Hello, hello, and welcome to the 559, where we talk about things that affect the Central Valley of California. I'm Joe Haydock, and I'm really happy to have you here with us today. And I want to welcome the Outreach and Communications Manager for the Air Quality Control District. Her name is Heather Heinks. Heather, how you doing?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy to have this conversation with you.
It's overdue, and we've got lots to talk about.
We do. So Heather, this is really funny how this happened. So we had a client who was buying investment properties, and he works for the Air Quality Control District. Am I calling it the right name?
That's close enough.
Okay.
Air pollution control. We call ourselves the Valley Air District.
Air pollution
Drops all that.
Thank you. And he started talking to me about this burn cleaner program. And I got excited about it. And so my wife and I, we said that we can never burn wood here. It's always a no burn day. We want clean air in the valley. So we did it. And then I wrote an article about it for a neighborhood newsletter.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, I get contact from Heather because she's in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And so
to my delight, you're talking about our program.
That's right. I was like, yay. So anything you want to add about that program?
So burn cleaners have been around a while, but in this last year or so has really been the most lucrative time to be involved if you're a Fresno County resident. Fresno County itself is a hotspot community, and so we've got a little bit more challenges to meet. The PM stands for particulate matter, the pollution standard that is set by the federal government. And so because of that challenge we face here in Fresno County, you can no longer get any incentives from us to get a cleaner wood burning device. We did that for a few years where we get you out of those real high polluting open hearth fireplaces that just send up pollution straight up into the atmosphere, get you into an insert that burns it up more completely, more wholly, so that it has less pollution leaving up into the atmosphere. But even that is a little bit more than we need in this in Fresno County for sure. So we won't help you with that, but we will absolutely give you $3,000 to eliminate wood burning altogether and put a natural gas insert in your home.
Which is what we did. And it paid for almost we got a little bit bigger unit, so it didn't pay for all of the cost, but it certainly paid a considerable amount. As a realtor, I know that I increased the value of my home by adding that.
Oh, excellent. There you go. With not much out of pocket.
That's right.
And we work with, the hearth industry, most any major retailer other than a big box store. These are going to be the specific retailers that in this industry, they all work with us and know the program, and you apply ahead of time, and then you get a voucher, so you know walking in that you've got money toward your purchase, and kind of finish the process that way.
That's right. And we chose a local shop because I like to shop local anyway.
Well, there we go. See, it's just a win-win.
And as a homeowner, I'm super happy. We hit that little remote button, and the heat comes on, and our little fire comes on, and we feel all cozy and warm.
Instant ambiance.
Yeah, we're going to stop using it pretty soon here as it heats up. But man, we loved it in the winter. We loved it. So,
and we're happy to see, and you don't have to, if you've lived in the Valley anytime, you've probably heard the check before you burn slogan, and you no longer have to check because you're no longer burning. So
exactly. And we were always doing that. We were always checking when it got really cold. Can we burn?
And you were pretty sad probably.
All the time. We can't burn right now.
With the increase in funding that we give you to help pay for it came a tighter limit before we go, it doesn't look good tomorrow, you can't do it. So yeah, those days increased for sure.
Yeah. So the great thing is we just love it. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience for us. So that's why we wanted to tell all our neighbors about it.
And the other great thing is there's still plenty of funding.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. So folks, that's something you should check into, the Burn Cleaner program. And Heather, how are they going to find out about that program?
valleyair.org. If you want to go all the way there, you can go /burn cleaner. But if you hit valleyair.org, it won't be too hard to find.
That could not be easier. valleyair.org and then
/burn cleaner. Yep.
But maybe they should just go to valleyair.org anyway, because you got some other resources for them. And
on that note, great segue.
Well,
we have, when you're talking about residential programs and something you could take advantage of immediately, we've got Clean Green Yard Machines, which the program began as the Clean Green Yard Machine singular program because we were focused on lawnmowers. And it was a fun program back prior to my time with this agency, they used to have, go out to like the fairgrounds and everybody brought in their mower and they gave an old one in and they left with a new one that was electric. Now you get to do the shopping all on your own. And really all you have to do is purchase an all electric mower. And there's two ways to get funding. You either get a small amount. I think it's up to $50. If it's, let's say, your very first lawnmower, you just got yourself a new property, you use Haydock Realty, you got a grass to mow now, and you go out and you get yourself electric. Thanks for doing that. We'll give you some money back off of that. Let's say you're into your second home, you moved up, got a bigger yard, need a new mower. You take that old gas powered mower, or I don't think there are diesel mowers, but I don't actually know, not in the residential size. And you take that and submit it to a recycler, which is, the big kind of scrap places. We have a list of those in the process when you apply. And this program, you don't have to get your funding committed ahead of time. So you go ahead and buy your new electric mower. You take the application that you filled out on our website and get that stamped that says you turned in your old mower, and you take your receipt and you fill out that app and you put that little receipt that says you recycled it, and you send that in to us, and we'll give you $250 off your mower on the higher end. If it was a lower in mower, it's, smaller increments, 100, 150, depending, about a little over half, about half percent, 50% rather, of the cost of your mower. So you spend $600 and you're down under 400, looking pretty good with a nice mower. They've improved the technology.
What a great deal. And I know they have improved the technology. We have owned 2 electric.
Oh, okay. You're on your second.
Yeah, well, now I'm aging, and so I passed those electric mowers on to my children and have hired a lawn guy.
Ooh,
and so
good point. Okay, so I want to talk about the lawn guy too.
Yeah.
But before we leave the residential, you're doing it yourself. We also have, so we started with just mowers. Now in the last year or so, we expanded, and we'll also give you a little bit toward other electric pieces of equipment, like a trimmer or hedge trimmer. What else is there? The little pole saw, I believe, and a couple of those pieces. But there's definitely a line, right? You find the manufacturer you like, and if you want to buy all the batteries and get the line, you can definitely apply for, I think, $25 or $50 off of those, just because you went electric and continued investing in non-polluting technology.
I love it.
Okay, so that you reminded me that your lawn person, the landscape professionals can also take advantage. We, in addition to expanding the residential program, we created a commercial program too. So as the technology has improved, they finally do have sustained equipment that can last all day and support a full-fledged commercial business. And I believe it's, let me check real quick, up to $20,000 a year that those professional landscapers can get for turning in their old equipment. Same, to go electric.
I love this so much. Anything that can make our lives better. And I did find that the electric lawnmower technology improved over time, so I was happy about that. And I'm absolutely going to talk to Eleazar, who's my guy.
Yes. Okay. I just looked. It's $25,000. I was 25,000 per applicant. Obviously, there's our limits per different types of equipment, but you could add up several pieces, a trimmer, a mower, and get up to that 25,000 back for the commercial.
I am so excited, folks. This is a great opportunity. This is the way we need to come together as a community to make our community a better place. The instances of asthma in the valley are considerably higher than the national average. And this is a very real problem that we have. And just imagine a world in which we're going out into the valley, into the air on the beautiful spring and fall days that we have here, and even some summer days because I don't mind the heat so much.
Right.
Imagine that we're able to take a deep breath and we're not breathing in all that nastiness.
Pollution. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
part of it, I think, the pictures behind me, we do live in this valley, and oftentimes, we're not the dirtiest in the nation as far as what we produce in the way of pollution, but we certainly have no way to get rid of it. So we live with what we produce most of the time.
Yeah, it gets trapped right in here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's not like over on the coast where, it gets blown out and we're not necessarily in a little valley. Yeah. So we
talk about that. Actually, we talked about burn cleaner first, and that's a good example of burn cleaner. That's the reason you went and checked all those days this winter, more than likely, and we're disappointed that you couldn't burn, is because we sat under an inversion layer, and the smoke from the last time it was a burn day 2 weeks ago was still in the atmosphere for tomorrow's pollution. When we take a look at the modeling and go, oh yeah, it's a load of pollution out there. We can't add to that. So
yeah. So this isn't this is not just healthy for us in terms of our environment and our bodies and our children, our loved ones and our neighbors, but it's also going to be healthy for our pocketbooks too. So thank you, Heather, for what you do. Yes. I hope that a bunch of people start going on there to valleyair.org. Check out the resources, make your lives better, make our community better, and we'll all do a happy dance about that.
Yes, and if you have any issues, find one of us and we will help you.
That's right. I connect a lot of people to these kinds of organizations, and I'm happy to do that if you want to reach out to me. And I think you can reach out to Heather as well, and you'll find her at the valleyair.org, and probably can also find you there at the Air Pollution Control District, correct?
Yes, you can. Yep. In fact, and I actually get to, we have an office here in Fresno. We have 3 offices. So we have the whole valley. Even if people are watching outside of 559, we're hitting 8 counties for these programs. So yes.
Good. So 209 and then down
661,
there in 661.
Yeah.
So Bakersfield folks and people up there in Modesto, this is for you as well.
Again,
I'm
come get some money.
Yeah, save some money, save some air. Heather,
exactly. We're all breathing it together.
It's been a delight to talk
with you. Let's do this again.
Yeah, we will. We need to find some other things to talk about. And in the meantime, I hope you have a marvelous day.
Thank you. You too. Wonderful connecting with you.
All right, folks, get over there to valleyair.org. Let's make a difference. Thank you for joining us on the 559.